The airport was alive with sound-rolling suitcases, hurried footsteps, overlapping announcements echoing off the high ceilings. In the middle of it all, Officer Daniel Harper walked his usual patrol through the international terminal, his hand resting loosely on the leash of his partner, Atlas, a seasoned German shepherd. To most people, Atlas looked calm and disciplined. But Daniel knew better. After 7 years together, he could read every breath, every twitch of his ears. Atlas didn't just walk, he listened to the space around him. That morning felt ordinary. Travelers rushed past. Families argued quietly. Children complained about delays. Daniel was halfway through his shift when Atlas suddenly stopped, not abruptly, not aggressively. He simply refused to move. Daniel felt the leash tighten. Atlas's body went still, his ears angled forward, his breathing slow and deliberate. "What is it, buddy?" Daniel murmured. Atlas's eyes were locked on a small boy walking ahead with a woman. They didn't look unusual at first, just another adult guiding a child through a crowded terminal. But Atlas's focus didn't waver. Daniel followed his gaze more carefully now. The boy about 6 years old was silent, too silent. He wasn't tugging, talking, or looking around. His shoulders were stiff, his steps mechanical, as if he were following instructions instead of curiosity. As they drew closer, the boy's eyes met Atlas's, and in that brief moment, everything changed. The child slowly lowered his hand beside his leg and made a small, deliberate gesture, fingers spread wide, thumb tucked in, then closed gently into a fist. It was subtle, easy to miss. But Atlas didn't miss it. He stepped forward and sat firmly in the walkway, placing himself calmly between the boy and the flow of foot traffic. Not blocking aggressively, just enough to pause the moment. People slowed. Some stopped. The woman frowned, surprised. "Is there a problem, officer?" she asked, her tone polite but tense. Daniel raised a calming hand. "Just a moment, ma'am." Atlas remained seated, eyes soft but alert, focused entirely on the child. Daniel knelt slightly. "Hey there," he said gently to the boy. "Are you okay?" The boy hesitated, then whispered, barely audible, "I can't find my dad." The woman's grip loosened immediately. "Oh, he wandered off," she said quickly. "I was helping him look." Atlas shifted closer to the boy, not touching, just present. Daniel nodded calmly. "It happens more often than you'd think. Let's slow things down." Within minutes, airport staff were assisting, making quiet announcements, checking nearby gates. The woman stepped back, relieved more than upset. She hadn't done anything wrong, just tried to help a lost child in a busy place. And then it happened. A man came running down the corridor, panic written across his face. "Eli!" he shouted. The boy's entire body relaxed. "Dad!" They collided in a tight hug, relief pouring out of both of them. Tears, laughter, shaky breaths. Daniel watched quietly as Atlas finally relaxed too, tail sweeping the floor once. The father knelt beside the dog. "Thank you," he said softly. "You saw what the rest of us missed." Atlas leaned into the touch, calm and steady. As the family walked away hand in hand, the boy turned back and gave Atlas a small wave and the same hand signal again, this time with a smile. Daniel clipped the leash shorter and smiled. "Good work, partner. Because sometimes danger isn't loud. Sometimes it's confusion. And sometimes all it takes is one being willing to truly pay attention."